Have you ever wondered why some people seem to radiate peace, earning respect effortlessly while maintaining harmony in every interaction? It's almost like they've unlocked a secret code to life, a way of being that transcends the chaos of the modern world. Here's the catch. It's not a mystery. The wisdom of Buddhism offers timeless principles that guide us toward a life of inner peace, abundance, and deep respect. But let's be real, life isn't always peaceful. Stress, misunderstandings, and the constant push for more can leave us feeling disconnected and unfulfilled. Maybe you've felt the weight of trying to prove yourself or the frustration of strained relationships. The good news? You're not alone, and the solution might be closer than you think. This journey is about more than abstract philosophy. It's about practical, actionable steps rooted in Buddhist teachings. Steps you can take today to transform your mindset, relationships, and overall well-being. From mastering mindfulness to embracing forgiveness, each lesson brings you closer to a life that feels as good as it looks. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of purpose, contentment, and clarity. Are you ready to explore these lessons and uncover how they can shift your perspective? Stay with me, because what you're about to learn might just change the way you see yourself and the world around you. Imagine the power of being fully present, not lost in the regrets of the past or the worries of the future. Mindfulness is the key to this awakening, a cornerstone of Buddhist spirituality. It's not just about meditating in stillness, it's about embracing every moment with awareness. Think about walking barefoot on grass, feeling each blade, and reconnecting with the abundance of life around you. This level of presence sharpens your self-awareness and earns the respect of those who notice your calm and grounded demeanor. Have you ever been so engrossed in an activity that time seemed to vanish? That's mindfulness in action, a state where you're fully engaged with life. Start small. The next time you sip coffee, truly savor it. Notice its warmth, the aroma, and the richness of each sip. These moments of awareness, when repeated, weave a tapestry of prosperity in your mental clarity and emotional wealth. It's in these little practices that mindfulness begins to transform you. Buddhism teaches that your thoughts shape your reality. By observing your mind, you can catch negative patterns before they spiral out of control. Picture this. You're stuck in traffic, frustrated. Instead of stewing, try deep breathing and notice the sensations in your body. As your tension eases, you reclaim control, fostering resilience and earning respect by staying composed under pressure. Mindfulness isn't just about observing, it's about acceptance. Consider the Buddha's wisdom on impermanence. Life's highs and lows are fleeting. When you embrace this truth, you stop clinging to what's gone and fearing what's to come. This wisdom doesn't just help you find inner peace, it cultivates a wealth of emotional stability that others naturally admire. Living in the now isn't a luxury, it's a superpower. The ripple effects of mindfulness extend to relationships. When you're truly present, people feel seen and valued. Imagine sitting with a friend, your phone tucked away, giving them your undivided attention. That kind of presence builds trust and respect. It's a rare gift in a distracted world. By practicing mindfulness, you create deeper connections and a sense of harmony with those around you. Mindfulness also sharpens intuition. When you clear the noise of constant distractions, you hear your inner voice more clearly. Picture a decision you're grappling with, perhaps a career move or a relationship issue. By sitting quietly with your thoughts, you tap into a well of wisdom that guides you toward abundance and prosperity. This practice isn't reserved for monks. It's a tool anyone can use to navigate life with clarity. When mindfulness becomes a habit, it transforms not just your inner world, but your external reality. You start noticing the beauty in everyday moments, a sunrise, a kind word, or a stranger's smile. These small moments of gratitude build a life of spiritual and emotional wealth. Compassion starts with a simple truth. Everyone is fighting battles you can't see. Understanding this opens your heart to empathy, a key principle in Buddhism. Imagine standing in someone else's shoes, whether it's a stressed coworker or a frustrated family member. By responding with kindness instead of judgment, you foster harmony and gain their respect. Compassion isn't just an act, it's a mindset that transforms relationships. Self-compassion is where it all begins. How often do you criticize yourself for mistakes or imperfections? Buddhism teaches that the way you treat yourself reflects in how you treat others. Practice forgiving yourself for past missteps and embracing your humanity. Picture yourself comforting a friend. Offer that same care to yourself. This inner compassion radiates outward, enriching your life and the lives of those around you. Acts of kindness, no matter how small, ripple far and wide. Think about holding the door open for someone, or sending a heartfelt text to a friend in need. These gestures don't cost much, but hold immense value. One thoughtful act can shift someone's entire day, and the respect you earn from such genuine care builds naturally. Wealth in relationships isn't about grand gestures. It's in these consistent moments of thoughtfulness. Compassion also involves active listening. How often do you truly hear someone, not just their words, but their unspoken emotions? The next time someone shares their struggles, resist the urge to interrupt or offer solutions right away. Instead, focus on understanding their perspective. By doing this, you show profound respect and create a safe space for honest connection. People don't just want to be heard, they want to feel understood. Empathy is a powerful bridge to overcoming conflicts. Picture a heated argument, perhaps with a partner or coworker. Instead of doubling down on your viewpoint, pause and ask yourself, what are they feeling right now? This shift from defensiveness to understanding can diffuse tension and rebuild harmony. Compassion doesn't mean you have to agree. It means valuing the other person's humanity. Compassionate leadership can inspire and uplift others. Whether you're managing a team or guiding your family, leading with empathy creates loyalty and respect. Consider the Buddha's example. He taught with patience and understanding, meeting people where they were. Try this in your daily interactions. Ask questions, show interest, and acknowledge others' efforts. Prosperity in leadership comes from building people up, not tearing them down. At its core, compassion is about connection. When you approach life with an open heart, you invite abundance into your relationships. It's not about being perfect or fixing everyone's problems. It's about showing up with kindness, even when it's hard. And as compassion becomes second nature, you'll discover its profound partner, impermanence, the reminder that every moment is fleeting and worth cherishing. Impermanence is one of life's greatest teachers, even though it can be uncomfortable to face. Buddhism reminds us that everything, joys, challenges, and even relationships, is in a state of constant flux. Imagine holding sand in your hand. The tighter you grip, the faster it slips away. By accepting impermanence, you free yourself from clinging to what's fleeting, creating space for peace and prosperity to flow into your life. Change often feels like a storm, but within it lies the opportunity for growth. Think of a tree bending in the wind. It doesn't break because it's flexible. When life throws unexpected twists, whether it's a job loss or a breakup, approach them with the same resilience. Acknowledge the pain, but also look for the lesson. Wisdom grows when you learn to dance with change instead of resisting it. Living in the present moment is how you honor impermanence. Picture a sunset. Its beauty is fleeting, and that's what makes it precious. If you're always chasing the next thing or dwelling on the past, you miss the richness of now. Try a simple practice. Pause during your day and take 3 deep breaths. Notice what's around you, the sounds, colors, and textures. These moments of mindfulness ground you in the abundance of the present. Impermanence also teaches us to let go of attachment. Clinging to things, whether material possessions or outdated dreams, only creates suffering. Imagine cleaning out your closet and donating items you no longer need. That physical act mirrors the mental process of releasing what no longer serves you. Letting go doesn't mean losing. It means making room for new opportunities to thrive. Relationships flourish when you understand impermanence. Instead of taking loved ones for granted, you cherish every interaction. Think about a shared meal or a heartfelt conversation. These are treasures because they won't last forever. By appreciating the time you have with people, you cultivate deeper respect and connection. The fleeting nature of life makes each moment an opportunity to show love and gratitude. Impermanence isn't about despair, it's about freedom. When you accept that nothing stays the same, you stop fearing change and start embracing life's infinite possibilities. Picture a river. Its waters are always moving, yet it remains a river. Likewise, your essence stays intact as you navigate life's shifts. This mindset builds resilience and helps you find wealth in every season of your journey. The beauty of impermanence lies in its reminder to live fully. Each moment, whether joyous or challenging, is a chance to grow and connect. As you embrace this truth, you'll find it easier to release what's gone and welcome what's to come. And just when you think you've mastered the art of letting go, you'll encounter the next step on this path: non-attachment, the secret to unlocking profound inner freedom. Non-attachment isn't about giving up everything you love. It's about loving without being consumed by the fear of loss. Imagine holding a butterfly. Grasp it too tightly, and you'll harm it. Let it rest lightly, and it stays willingly. Buddhism teaches that true wealth lies not in what you own, but in the peace you cultivate within. When you stop clinging to external things, you unlock the door to genuine freedom. External validation is a slippery slope. If your happiness depends on applause or praise, you give others power over your self-worth. Consider social media. A single like shouldn't dictate how you feel about yourself. Instead, practice self-validation, set goals, and celebrate your progress privately. The joy of achieving something purely for yourself outweighs the fleeting satisfaction of external approval. Material desires can trap you in an endless cycle of wanting more. Think about the last time you bought something you thought would make you happy: a gadget, a pair of shoes, and how quickly that joy faded. By shifting your focus to experiences, relationships, or personal growth, you cultivate a richer, more lasting sense of abundance. Try replacing one material indulgence this month with something meaningful, like a shared moment with a loved one. Non-attachment doesn't mean detachment. It means engaging with life without being owned by it. Picture a job promotion. It's natural to feel proud, but don't let it define your identity. Success is fleeting, just like failure. When you root your sense of self in deeper values, kindness, integrity, or spirituality, you remain steady regardless of life's ups and downs. This balance earns you respect and fosters inner contentment. Practicing non-attachment can transform relationships. Instead of expecting people to meet your every need, you approach them with gratitude and acceptance. Imagine a friend or partner being their authentic self without feeling pressured to complete you. This freedom strengthens bonds and creates harmony. Respect grows when people feel valued for who they are, not for how well they fulfill your expectations. Meditation is a powerful tool for cultivating non-attachment. When you sit in stillness, observing your thoughts, you learn to let them pass like clouds in the sky. This practice spills over into daily life, helping you release worries, grudges, or fears. Try it now. Close your eyes for a minute, focus on your breath, and notice how your mind settles. This calmness is the essence of spiritual wealth. Non-attachment invites you to embrace life with open hands and an open heart. It doesn't mean you stop caring, it means you stop clinging. This mindset allows you to find joy in the present and resilience in the face of change. And as you grow in this freedom, you'll discover the next step in your journey: the power of communication. How the words you speak can shape your reality and your relationships. Words are more than sounds. They are the bridges we build to connect with others. In Buddhism, right speech is the art of using language wisely, avoiding harm and fostering harmony. Think about the last time someone's kind words uplifted you. Now imagine offering that same gift to others. Speaking with intention and care doesn't just earn respect, it creates abundance in your relationships. The first step to right speech is mindfulness. Before you speak, pause and ask yourself, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it kind? This simple filter can prevent impulsive remarks that might harm others or your reputation. For instance, if a coworker makes a mistake, choose to offer constructive feedback instead of criticism. Your thoughtful response not only uplifts them, but also reflects your inner strength. Silence can sometimes speak louder than words. Have you ever regretted saying something in the heat of the moment? Right speech reminds us that it's okay to pause, breathe, and respond later. Consider a heated argument. Stepping away to cool down shows wisdom and self-control. By mastering the art of silence, you cultivate respect and avoid unnecessary conflict. Gentle humor is a powerful way to connect through words. When used mindfully, it can lighten heavy situations and build rapport. Picture a tense meeting where you diffuse the atmosphere with a kind-hearted joke. The Buddha taught that words should bring joy, not hurt. Laughter shared with others creates bonds, fostering a sense of spiritual and emotional wealth. Right speech also involves active listening. True communication isn't just about speaking, it's about hearing. The next time someone shares something with you, listen without interrupting or planning your reply. This act of presence makes people feel valued and understood. In a world full of noise, being a good listener is a rare and respected skill. Avoid gossip. It's the enemy of harmony. While it may feel tempting to share juicy details, gossip creates distrust and fractures relationships. Instead, focus on conversations that uplift and inspire. For example, compliment someone behind their back or highlight their achievements in a group setting. These small acts of positivity ripple outward, enhancing the prosperity of your connections. Every word you speak is a seed you plant in the garden of life. Choose words that nurture growth, healing, and connection. Right speech isn't about perfection, it's about intention. And as you refine this practice, you'll find that it naturally flows into your actions, teaching you the art of patience, the next step in this journey toward respect and inner peace. Patience is often misunderstood as passive waiting, but in reality, it's an active form of strength. Buddhism teaches that patience allows you to face adversity with grace, turning challenges into opportunities for growth. Picture a storm. It's fierce but temporary. When you remain calm and grounded, you weather life's storms with dignity and emerge stronger. Patience isn't weakness, it's power in stillness. Life often tests your patience in small, everyday ways. Think about waiting in a long line or dealing with traffic. Instead of reacting with frustration, use these moments to practice mindfulness. Breathe deeply, observe your surroundings, and remind yourself that this too shall pass. These small exercises build your ability to handle bigger challenges with the same poise. In relationships, patience is the glue that holds respect together. Imagine a friend or partner having a bad day and lashing out. Instead of retaliating, pause and consider what they might be going through. Responding with understanding rather than anger shows emotional maturity and builds deeper trust. Patience is the cornerstone of compassionate relationships. Adversity often comes in unexpected forms: job loss, health issues, or personal setbacks. Patience doesn't mean ignoring these hardships, but facing them with courage. Take inspiration from nature. A seed buried in the ground doesn't resist the dark, it grows through it. When life buries you in difficulties, patience helps you transform challenges into stepping stones for prosperity. Teaching yourself patience can start with small, intentional practices. Try setting aside 5 minutes daily to sit in stillness without distractions. This simple habit strengthens your ability to resist the urge for instant gratification, whether it's checking your phone or rushing through tasks. Over time, this discipline spills into other areas of life, fostering resilience and calm. Patience also involves forgiving yourself. Think about how often you get frustrated when progress feels slow, whether it's a fitness goal, financial milestone, or spiritual journey. Growth takes time, just as a tree doesn't bear fruit overnight. By allowing yourself the grace to learn and evolve, you cultivate inner peace and inspire those around you to do the same. The beauty of patience is that it creates space for clarity and wisdom. When you're not rushing to react or fix, you can see situations more clearly and make better decisions. And as you build this inner strength, you naturally prepare yourself for the next phase of growth, self-reflection, the practice of looking within to refine and elevate your life. Self-reflection is the art of looking inward, a practice that transforms self-awareness into wisdom. Buddhism likens it to polishing a mirror. You can only see clearly when the surface is clean. When you pause to evaluate your actions, thoughts, and emotions, you uncover patterns that shape your life. This clarity not only deepens self-respect, but also earns the respect of others. A powerful way to practice self-reflection is through journaling. Set aside 10 minutes a day to jot down your thoughts. What went well, what could improve, and how you felt in certain situations. For example, if you felt frustrated during a conversation, ask yourself why. Was it the situation or your expectations? This simple habit uncovers hidden triggers and helps you respond more mindfully next time. Humility grows naturally from self-reflection. When you recognize your mistakes without judgment, you step into a space of growth rather than guilt. Think about a time when you overreacted or missed an opportunity to be kind. Reflecting on these moments isn't about dwelling on failure, it's about learning. This humility not only fosters personal growth, but also strengthens your relationships by making you more approachable and understanding. Self-reflection is a tool for setting meaningful goals. Instead of chasing external validation or fleeting desires, it helps you focus on what truly matters. For instance, if you're seeking abundance, reflect on what wealth means to you: security, freedom, or the ability to help others. Aligning your actions with your values creates a fulfilling path forward, one rooted in integrity and purpose. Meditation enhances self-reflection by creating stillness. Imagine sitting quietly, observing your thoughts like leaves floating down a stream. This practice allows you to see patterns without getting swept away by them. Try starting with just 5 minutes a day. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Over time, this habit sharpens your self-awareness and fosters inner peace. Self-reflection also strengthens your relationships. When you take time to understand your role in conflicts or misunderstandings, you become better at resolving them. For example, if a disagreement with a friend leaves you feeling hurt, reflect on what expectations might have been unmet. This practice helps you approach situations with empathy and respect, fostering deeper connections. The beauty of self-reflection lies in its endless potential. Every moment you spend looking inward brings you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. As you refine your thoughts and actions, you naturally align with right livelihood. The next step on this journey, where your work and values intertwine to create a life of purpose and respect. Right livelihood is about more than earning a paycheck. It's about aligning your work with your values. Buddhism teaches that how you earn your living affects your spirit. Imagine waking up excited about what you do, knowing it contributes positively to the world. That's the essence of right livelihood, creating prosperity through meaningful and ethical work. Choosing work that aligns with your values begins with clarity. Take a moment to ask yourself, what drives me? Is it creativity, helping others, or solving problems? For example, if you're passionate about education, you might find fulfillment as a teacher, tutor, or mentor. Aligning your job with your purpose transforms work from a burden into a source of joy and abundance. Right livelihood also involves ethical practices. Think about businesses you respect. What values do they embody? Companies that prioritize sustainability, fair wages, or community impact often earn loyalty and admiration. If you're running a business or working in one, consider how your role supports these principles. Even small actions, like reducing waste or supporting local causes, ripple out to create positive change. Sometimes, living your values at work requires courage. You might face decisions where integrity feels at odds with convenience. For instance, standing up against unethical practices or leaving a job that conflicts with your beliefs can be daunting. But these choices reflect inner strength and build respect, both for yourself and from others. The Buddha taught that true wealth comes from living in harmony with your conscience. Balancing financial needs with ethical aspirations can feel challenging. You don't need to quit your job overnight to pursue your dream. Instead, take small steps. Volunteer in your area of interest, start a side project, or seek out mentors who inspire you. Over time, these actions pave the way for a career that reflects your passions and principles. Right livelihood is not about perfection. It's about intention. Even if your current job isn't ideal, you can still bring mindfulness and purpose to your work. Treat colleagues with kindness, approach tasks with diligence, and find moments of gratitude in your day. These small shifts elevate your experience and build respect, both for yourself and from others. As you embrace right livelihood, you'll notice how your work becomes a reflection of your inner values. It's not just about making a living, it's about making a life. And as you align your career with your principles, you prepare yourself for the final lesson: the healing power of forgiveness and the profound contentment that comes from letting go. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, not just others. Carrying anger or resentment weighs heavily on your heart, blocking the flow of inner peace and abundance. Imagine letting go of a grudge. It's like putting down a heavy bag you've been carrying for miles. Forgiveness doesn't excuse the harm but frees you from the grip of pain, opening the door to emotional healing. Self-forgiveness is equally transformative. Reflect on a mistake you've been holding against yourself. Instead of judgment, offer yourself understanding. The Buddha taught that no one is perfect, and mistakes are part of growth. By forgiving yourself, you create space for self-respect and humility, allowing you to move forward with grace and wisdom. Contentment is about appreciating what you have rather than longing for what you lack. In a world that constantly pushes you to want more, choosing gratitude is a radical act. Think of a time you felt deeply satisfied, a quiet morning with coffee, a heartfelt conversation, or a sunset. These simple moments remind you that wealth isn't just material, it's found in the richness of your experiences. Practical forgiveness often starts with a simple conversation. If you've had a misunderstanding with someone, reach out. Start with an open heart and say, "I value our relationship and want to make things right." It may feel vulnerable, but this courage strengthens connections and fosters respect. Even if the other person isn't ready, you've done your part to create peace. Cultivating contentment doesn't mean you can't strive for more. It means appreciating the journey. For instance, if you're working toward financial goals, take time to celebrate small milestones. This mindset balances ambition with gratitude, creating a sense of prosperity that isn't tied solely to outcomes, but to the joy of progress. Forgiveness and contentment are deeply connected. When you forgive, you release the emotional clutter that blocks joy. When you practice contentment, you find peace in the present moment rather than chasing future fulfillment. Together, these practices form the foundation of emotional resilience and spiritual harmony. The journey of forgiveness and contentment is ongoing, and every step deepens your connection to yourself and others. As you embrace these lessons, you'll notice how they naturally lead you to a more respectful, peaceful, and fulfilling life. And this brings us full circle to the wisdom of mindfulness, where being present unlocks all the treasures of the heart. Now that you've discovered the profound lessons Buddhism offers on respect, peace, and emotional healing, it's time to take action. Think about what you've learned. Mindfulness, compassion, forgiveness, and ask yourself, how can these practices shape your life today? It's not enough to understand them intellectually. The real power lies in integrating them into your daily routine. Which of these principles resonates with you the most? Is it the patience to face adversity, the self-reflection to build humility, or the forgiveness that unlocks your inner peace? Each step you take toward living these teachings is a step closer to the abundant, fulfilling life you desire. And remember, change doesn't happen overnight, but small, intentional shifts add up to extraordinary transformations. If you're ready to dive deeper into these practices, I encourage you to engage with the content, share your thoughts, and explore how these teachings have impacted you. Let's create a community where we support one another in our growth. What's one thing you can do today to embody these lessons? Comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video filled with wisdom, tools, and inspiration. Your journey to a peaceful, prosperous, and respectful life is just beginning. Let's walk this path together.